So yeah, like we can start with the Australia Q&A. I hear you have
Yes.
a few friends that have some questions for me.
Ah, yes. I am so excited. I'm pulling up the questions. I'm pulling them up. I'm so excited about this. Okay. Well, I got some private messages too. I guess some people didn't like want to be public about their questions for let me explain everything that's going on. We've actually been building up to this. So I and a lot of other Americans, I think, are super fascinated by Australia, especially if we've never been there. Because I don't know about Americans who may be watching, but basically all the news I get that's about Australia is about like gigantic huntsman spiders that are like bigger than my head. Um, so yeah, that was actually my question. But I'm gonna pull up some. I put on my personal profile. I asked my friends which what ignorant. It can be ignorant as you want. What questions, as an American, do you have for an Australian? My question's probably, I don't know if mine's the most ignorant. I don't know. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. I like this one. I also had an Australian message me and ask me, tell me what was a really stupid question he received. So I have that. I'm writing that down. Um, I'm actually, this is great. This is great. Okay. So let me pull up where I, well, first, someone in a private message, see, they're all over the place, like a bunch of people. They're like ashamed. I don't know. Just be open. Be open, guys. Okay.
It's all right, I'm not going to judge
I
anyone.
found one. I know. You're like the least judgmental person I know.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So, what happened to Kangaroo Jack was one of the questions I got. I didn't know what that was, and then I realized that it was I looked it up. It's like a movie. It looks like a comedy movie.
Well, I
Um,
never watched that movie, so I wouldn't
oh, you
be
know
able
what?
to tell you.
Okay. So, okay. So Scott doesn't know what happened to Kangaroo Jack. That means America will never know what happened to Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah, I think that was a movie that like it might have been popular in America, but obviously never got any traction in Australia because it's like, well, we don't care about animated
Probably.
kangaroos. Like, oh, this is it's not like unique or exciting for us. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, wait. In a way that like was it so it wasn't unique as in like it was accurate, so it was we get it, or it was very stereotypical, like what the okay, whatever, guys, all right. We've
No,
heard
it's
all
just
these
it kind of felt
stereotypes.
more like Americans, having this kind of stereotypical view of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Australian culture and that sort of thing. It's like
Of a kind of
because
outback
because
culture.
I guess it's because it's not unique to us, so why would it like interest us?
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you're all so understanding down under. So, that leads me to the first question. What does it mean? What does it mean, Scott,
What does
to
it
live
mean?
in a to live in a land down under?
It just
That is, what does that mean?
it
Does
just
that mean
means that we're in the southern hemisphere, so we just
that's actually what I thought. What I
no, it's not some like
yeah.
interesting double meaning or anything.
All right. So I actually I really like that song, and it ever since that question was asked, it's actually been stuck in my head. My
It's stuck
my
in my head
lovely
now as
friend,
well.
my lovely friend Jenna. I'm gonna assume Jenna that you're single and ready to mingle. She's asking, are Australians single?
I saw it. I'm like, well, yeah, I actually am single, so I don't know. If you want to slide into DMs and we'll
Slide
figure
into the
something out.
DMs. Yes, I'm gonna let Jenna know. Just slide into their DMs. Oh God.
Okay.
Okay, and then there's hold on, this is too funny. This is, oh my God. I saved the. So one person who is Australian who now resides in the United States said he was once asked, does Australia have highways?
Really? Seriously? Have they ever looked at a map of Australia, like how far each city is?
So yeah, they gotta look at a map of Australia. Just look at it.
So go to Google Maps. Zoom in. You'll see roads there. You'll see the big long ones. They're called highways.
All right.
It's still there.
Australia has highways, everybody.
So yes, we're a developed economy. We have infrastructure.
So someone also commented, ask him about drop bears, which I had to I had to Google this. Because I didn't know what a drop bear was. And I suggest if you don't know what a drop bear was, that you need to go know now, as soon as possible. This is a pressing issue.
Yeah, if you come to Australia, so it's a pressing safety issue. Like if you don't know and you come to Australia, you get caught by surprise and you get killed. It's
by this ferocious koala. So it's kind of like, there are actually crazy ass people here that believe in things like I don't know if you've ever watched the show How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. So there's there's the two that have been together since college or whatever. They've always been in a couple. So the guy is very superstitious and he believes in Bigfoot and stuff like that. So there are actually some Americans out there who are like, yeah, Bigfoot is real, even though okay. But the drop bears, I think that's definitely a possibility.
Oh, totally legit.
Evil koalas. Okay, and then this is my question. This is my personal ignorant question that I asked because I mentioned the huntsman spiders. They are gigantic. I wish we can just throw a picture of a huntsman spider somewhere, but one day we'll get more. We'll get better with the video, and we'll do that. Don't put it next to my head. Okay, so I asked you once. I flat out, because I have no shame, so I flat out asked Scott, what do you do with those big ass spiders that you have in Australia? Are they really that big? And Scott doesn't skip a beat, and he just says, shoot them. Shoot them. So we're discussing shooting spiders, and I think that sounds like a lot of fun. So I still don't know if you were joking or if that's a real thing. I mean, it looks big enough to shoot. I mean, that's why I'm not sure. And I feel like if we had huge spiders like that here in the United States, that shooting huntsman spiders would be like our national sport.
It's
I'm so. Oh, don't disappoint me.
Australia's a no-gun country. Remember?
Is a what?
It's like a no-gun country. So how could we shoot them?
That's true.
No, we just
I was surprised. I was like, wait. I was thinking shooting the spiders. Yeah. I thought maybe there's because I didn't look into Australia's gun laws, so I know that there's some exceptions in many countries for hunters and whatnot. So I thought maybe you can get a huntsman hunting gun license.
Also, how big do you actually think that the spiders are over here? Just out of curiosity, how big do you think spiders are? over here.
Oh my goodness, I saw them in the I saw videos, so many videos of them. They're like bigger than somebody's head. They're huge. They're terrifying.
Yeah, they are.
But if you were to shoot, if you were to shoot a okay, have you seen one in person in real life?
The biggest one I've seen in person was probably about the size of my hand.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I'd be packing my bags. I would be horrified. But I assume actually that these spiders are probably not very dangerous at all. It's just the fact that they're so gigantic that it's literally kind of the stuff of nightmares. But I have a feeling that they're probably super friendly. Like they're not friendly, but like they're not gonna come after a freaking human being. Or are they?
Sometimes.
Oh sometimes. God. Are they vindictive? Like are they gonna are they vindictive, like gonna like come for you, or only if they're provoked? Stay up at night thinking about these spiders. Do they keep you up at night?
No, not really. Like okay. I think it's mostly like as long as your like house is sort of sanitary and that sort of thing.
Right.
They don't really pop up as much, but if you're not keeping shit clean, then yeah, you might have a nasty surprise.
Yeah, that would be.
You might have something, the side of my hand just sort of crawling along.
Oh God. Oh dear God.
And you won't have a gun to shoot it, so you would really struggle
here. If I'm in the good state of Virginia, I would shoot that. In Texas, they would probably agree with me. I think Texas agrees with me. Shoot that spider. So my next question was gonna be, but now I just learned like your gun laws are super separate. I was just gonna ask, like, hypothetically, if you were to shoot a big ass spider, what do you think is the best type of gun to shoot it with? But I think that question is just kind of out the window at this point. I would go with, I'm kind of a classic gal, so I just go with a Smith & Wesson.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, I'm not even gonna. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, talking about like gun models in Australia, like 99% of the time you're just gonna get up, huh?
But okay, so it seems like you're all pretty. I don't know. It seems like you're not really scared of much. I mean, you're not scared of spiders the size of your hand down there, and you're not afraid of gun violence. It's not a pressing issue or anything like that.
Yeah, because there's just like not many guns, period. So it's not something you have to really think about.
But and as we discussed, due to the culture being different than the United States and the history being different as well.
Yep.
And I thought those were great points that you brought up. I think these questions are freaking hilarious. Google drop bears. It's very important. It's very important that you Google what a drop bear is. I'm so glad that I did.
Yeah. If you do nothing else after listening to this podcast, just make sure Google drop bear.
Yeah. If you got nothing out of this, you're gonna know what a drop bear is. You're gonna be like, Sarah and Scott are life changers, eye openers.
I feel like we've saved some lives on this podcast today, raising awareness of. I feel like we've maybe saved some lives on this podcast today, raising awareness of this really important issue.
Yes, and yeah, I think it's hard to approach some topics with a little bit of humor. But as I always say, we need a little bit of humor, especially when we're talking about global topics, pressing social issues. If we don't look at it and also have a little humor in our lives, we kind of lose ourselves in these in sad news and So we have to kind of look at things. We'll look at things critically and look at them seriously, but also look at things in a funny perspective. So I hope. I mean, I was laughing so hard at. I don't know. I don't know how to stop.
Great. That's all good fun.
I can't believe someone asked if Australia has highways.
Yeah, that one in particular was very odd. Like,
that is
I haven't
odd.
heard of like, anyone that I know being asked that, let alone myself. So, but I don't know. It's like I'm just trying to think. Like, how do they think we like got around and got from place to place?
I don't know.
Oh, that's the one. There is a surprising amount of people who think that we just saddle up in a kangaroo and like ride it down the street or whatever, like it's a horse or something.
I mean, that does sound crazy, but I don't doubt that some people.
I'm sure someone's tried.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you imagine like no riding your kangaroo like traffic sign? Like a kangaroo, someone like riding it an X. That'd be crazy.